As regards to my child, I never loved him because of my trauma. I am grateful for SEVOTA with the support of Medica Mondiale for the therapy they have provided that brought peace and harmony in my life. We are able to work and the activities generate money for us, and we saw it as an important act Medica Mondiale did it to us. I wholeheartedly thank Medica Mondiale for their support in helping children with trauma caused by genocide. I know Medica Mondiale because of support it provided to us. These are some of the orphans and widows who are childless and experienced the consequences of genocide committed against the Tutsi in 1994. Being SEVOTA beneficiaries, which has been receiving support from different organizations as non-governmental organizations, in the documentary, we are going to highlight the cooperation between SEVOTA and Medica Mondiale. First, we welcome Mukasarasi Goderive, who is the coordinator and founder of SEVOTA, to talk about these two organizations. My name is Goderive Mukasarasi. I am the coordinator and founder of SEVOTA, that was established on 28 December in 1994. We started working with orphans and widows with the aim of helping them engage in activities that will help improve their welfare as well as our country. Some of the women testified in court against the sexual violence committed against them during genocide. The acts of sexual violence committed against these women were considered a crime and the perpetrators put to justice. We have spent a lengthy period of 25 years. However, during these last 10 years, different development partners have come to our aid, but the one who was most instrumental is Medica Mondiale, based in Cologne, Germany. No one knew one another, but after converging in SEVOTA, we came to know each other. The training helped us to accept ourselves, love, and respect each other. Additionally, we produced children as a result of rape, and we suffered the trauma, and so as the children. Some of beneficiaries of SEVOTA are women who were raped during the genocide. However, all of them have similar problems of unwanted pregnancies. As a result, children they produced were considered as enemies within their families. It is in that context, during the journey of mending relations between the children and the parents, Medica Mondiale intervened by supporting different workshops about spiritual rehabilitation. Goderive Mukasarasi said, Medica Mondiale started helping us while we were working with women who were raped and children who were born as a result of rape committed by the Interahamwe, who had killed people, thereby rendering those innocent children as to be considered bad remembrance and bad people. We didn't love the children. As we kept coming together through training, we gradually internalized how we have to treat them like the other children. I wished the children could die, and the child never loved me, but SEVOTA brought us together and revitalized our relationship. Before SEVOTA comes, my life was in isolation. As a rape victim, my life was miserable. I felt alone, and I didn't want to talk to anyone. We joined SEVOTA in 2010, coming from different places as mothers who have been raped and producing children. Before joining SEVOTA, we lived in endless agony, tears, and immense trauma. As regards to my child, I never loved him because of my trauma. I am the last born child of the family of 12 children. Only 2 of us survived, the rest were killed. I am thankful to SEVOTA. It helped me accept my child, whom I used to hate, because the child reminded me in Herahame. If I did not join SEVOTA, I would not have accepted that child. I told my child the way he was conceived as a result of rape but now we accept and love each other in some cases. The child will visit some families and they will tell him the way he was born, and the child felt intimidated. But after SEVOTA's training with other children, the child was able to regain in love, respect, and confidence for a better future, together with other children in a similar situation. In the difficult journey of healing the wounds of these parents who were raped victims during genocide, SEVOTA helped restore their self-respect and dignity through different forums. These women came from different parts of the country and they did not know each other. Medica Mondiale provided support in bringing together those women in various forums. Different activities were conducted in various forums. Some of these women were not only raped, but they also lost their families. After being helped by Medica Mondiale, we had already met with 3 forums of women, which are Forum Abiyubaka, Abiyubaka Bizeye, and Forum Abiyubaka mu Mahoro. Thereby, being supported by Medica Mondiale, now we have reached the forum called Abiyubaka Bizeranye, and we are about to start another forum called Abiyubaka Bishyize Hamwe. Thereafter, we started another forum called Abiyubaka Bahuje, and this year, before the project ends, we will start 2 additional forums. During the training, we learned about accepting ourselves, accepting our children, and learning to live with such trauma, enabling us to prosper. We are 14 women from the district of Nyanza that I represented. We used to feel hopeless, but they helped us recover from the trauma. SEVOTA, with the support from Medica Mondiale, helped us to live with new hopes and better future. Now we are in a period of helping one another. We started as a forum, Abishyize Hamwe Twiyubaka, and we kept on expanding it to other smaller groups. In such endless agony, we found SEVOTA that brought us together as a group. We shared our common problems and we came to know more each other, and through our fellowship, we were able to support and help each other. I experienced so much problems, physical wounds, and trauma during genocide. I came to be physically disfigured, whereby I was hit by worn-out hose on both sides of the head. I was cut in the head. I was beaten all the body over. I lived with all those wounds for a long time. Thereafter, I considered my life as hopeless. My body was disfigured and I suffered so much, physically and emotionally. Eventually, I was able to share my traumatic experience to others, and health workers most were able to help with my physical and emotional wounds, which would have been impossible if I was alone. It allowed me to share my sufferings and helped me ease the burdens. I have Medica Mondiale helped me a lot through SEVOTA. They started being closer to me, whereby I could tell them what I had experienced, and it is in this regard that Medica Mondiale helped me to accept all this that happened to me, as well as helping me to get healed from wounds and reinstating life in brief. It implies that I could receive training through forum. Medica Mondiale liberated me from isolation. Before, I couldn't work for my family. Most of the time, I would be thinking about myself sleeping, and I couldn't converse with my children. I have a child produced through rape. I saw him as a problem, and he too saw himself as a problem. Medica Mondiale taught us to live harmoniously. I am at peace with other children I have, and my heart has managed to calm down, because at first I had antagonism in my heart. Those forums comprise of other women I mentioned who came from almost all parts of the country, because whoever has the problem and happens to know about us, they register themselves. When we are starting a forum, thereafter, we subject them to different workshops, most especially about human rights, women's rights, as well as child's rights, and we help them to get healed from trauma they experienced. There are methods we apply, like giving them time to converse themselves. As people with similar problems, they converse in pairs, what we call diade. And there were times they converse in a 10-person group, and after they meet in a group in general, it helped them to know one another. It helped them to part from isolation, accepted their situation, and they were able to cooperate with others. Those groups are scattered everywhere, but most especially in Kamonyi District, Muhanga District, Nyanza District, Gesera District, Rubavu District, Kirehe District, Kigali City, in Gasabo District, Kicukiro District, and Nyarugenge. During the process of helping its beneficiaries since its establishment, SEVOTA had organized different forums by the time Medica Mondiale came to support SEVOTA. Those forums proved to be very useful to people who participated, especially in healing the wounds inflicted by genocide, thus focusing on their future. Women who were grouped under these forums have been meeting in smaller groups, districts, and even the sectors, where they could meet and implement what they had learned in the forums. Keep on forming groups of orphans and widows that help them accept their status, and Medica Mondiale provides support equivalent to 60,000 francs to every member to enable them start a small venture. Those projects include arable farming, livestock. It helped them to get involved in activities and to improve the economy within their households. We started in small saving groups. We found it imperative to diversify on our activities. Thus, SEVOTA got us a teacher with the help of Medica Mondiale, who teaches us how to weave these carpets you see here. We do weave bags also, which play an important role in prospering ourselves. No one can go hungry in this group because anyone who needs something of a member has it. The other can buy it, and the income generated can help feed the children. This means that after forming a group, we try to be a good example to others. After our group, another is formed. However, our objective is to spread the actions of which Medica Mondiale has taught us in our homes, villages, and towns. After the help and support I received from Medica Mondiale, I'm no more in isolation, and I started farming. I plant vegetables, cassava, and sell them. Because of hard work, I now have a cow. Without insisting on the trauma experienced by parents, most of the children who were born in this way had trauma, and in most cases it could lead to antagonism with their parents. SEVOTA and Medica Mondiale never neglected, because they established a system of teaching these children to love and obey their parents. Medica Mondiale through SEVOTA helped these children to study. This was fruitful, as explained by both Mukasarasi Goderiv and some of the youth. In addition to that, Medica Mondiale helped us to care for these children who had trauma. Because no one cared for them, they were confused. Before, anyone would see these children the way they were born, but after undergoing spiritual rehabilitation, those children became part of the community, and the members of the community accepted them. I became a member of SEVOTA in 2012. I attended the first training in December. The objective for SEVOTA includes treating wounds. I had wounds in my heart, the way I was living with my parents, which was bad. After my training with SEVOTA, my life was transformed, and I now live a better life and hopeful for a better future. I knew SEVOTA in 2008 because my mother joined first as a rape victim and she got pregnant with me, another issue. I am thankful for SEVOTA and Medica Mondiale is the support and training they provided to us in 2015 and 2016. The training helped us free ourselves from isolation and from trauma. It helped us focus on our future and self-development. Medica Mondiale is the development partner of SEVOTA. It helped me and others in paying our school fees and in our spiritual rehabilitation, because most of us were in need of it, because we have not accepted our status as children who were produced by the parents who were raped during genocide. In that regard, what the training helped us with. Medica Mondiale came looking for children like us, children who had genocide trauma. I never thought that I would study, but SEVOTA helped me completed ordinary level as well as in daily life. We are the youth from parents who suffered sexual violence in 1994, and those parents were grouped together by SEVOTA, where they extended to include children too, who continue to receive help until now. I too belong to such youth group. That is the reason I am very happy now. SEVOTA and Medica Mondiale helped us. When we met for the first time, we met as people who don't have male parents, who live only with female parents who were raped. Apart from helping these women parents who faced violence during genocide, there are some of them who remarried, but sometimes antagonisms would arise because of misunderstandings resulting from these children who have been produced through sexual violence. Whenever a man finds a woman having produced a child by rape, this is another important role that SEVOTA and Medica Mondiale played in mending relations among children, men, and women. Medica Mondiale helped us to unite these women who managed to remarry after genocide as a way of promoting harmony within the household. Medica Mondiale helped us to train those men, where we discuss about the problems faced by women during genocide, including that being raped, that resulted into unwanted pregnancies, and praising those men for marrying those women and taking care of those children. Before they joined SEVOTA, when you ask them the number of children they have, they would say that they have 2 children and another child. After joining SEVOTA, they started to accept the other child also belonged to their families, and now peace characterizes their households. I used to only think that all the resources in household belong only to me, and I didn't care about the rest of the family. The benefit I got with my husband after joining the forum, it enabled us to regain love and trust within our family. There were times when we attend together the forum, me, him, and the child. I'm a child in this family as a result of rape. Before joining SEVOTA, I was filled with sadness, whereby I could only feel free with my mother. The reason I didn't feel free in front of him is because I knew he wasn't my real father. We lived without liking each other, because in everything he did to other children, he never included me. Thus, he made me hate him. That child, I didn't care about her, because I felt she wasn't mine. After the training, it taught me to treat and love her like the other children. At SEVOTA, they brought us together, talked to us, and taught how to live harmoniously. He managed to pay for my secondary education. I considered him as my father, where I can request whatever I need. I am one of the men representing others grouped under SEVOTA. I have a wife and 3 children. One was produced as a result of my wife being raped during genocide. He completed secondary education. Now he is in the university. Whenever a person is born and finds himself in a family where he can't find a father, a mother on both sides, he is not happy because he is considered in the family as a child of Interahamwe. In such a situation, the child doesn't feel free, but as a person who had a similar history with the others, I accepted the child and I was able to heal the wounds and help each other. Because of good collaboration and cooperation, Goderiv Mkasarasi and the beneficiaries thank the Development Partner Medica Mondiale for the past and ongoing support. I hereby thank Medica Mondiale for their important support that others were hesitant to give. SEVOTA and Medica agreed to get involved in taking care of the children who became responsible, intelligent, with hopes for the future. Before, I didn't have anyone to talk to. SEVOTA provided me support. It helped me to develop a self-confidence and paid my school fees. When you have many problems, one can fail and drop out of school. But when someone is helping you, it helps the way you are thinking. Because of SEVOTA, I am now a person filled with hope. The issue I thank Medica Mondiale for its support to SEVOTA in organizing the training and other activities. We learned many things during the training, including getting healed from trauma and how to make small projects, which gave rise to groups. SEVOTA came with vigor. It helped me to study. The way I appear, the hope I have, is different from the other one I had before. I used to get sick frequently. Medica Mondiale would provide me support through SEVOTA. Medica Mondiale as a development partner helped us become self-sustainable by equipping us with skills and freed us from isolation. I am thankful to Medica Mondiale that continues to support us through SEVOTA. I thank Medica Mondiale because what Medica Mondiale did was very important, such as acting in a place of a parent, paying school fees, caring about our welfare. Most parents have children, but were not able to raise them well. With SEVOTA support, we were raised well, and we are grateful to God. Word of thanks is not enough, but we simply praise God for their support. I thank Medica Mondiale. Because of their support, it helped us where we are now. SEVOTA has a program of building a house involving different activities. The founder and the coordinator concluded. The house we will build in front of the district office at Gihinga will be a place of fellowship and prayers, where women and girls will gather together because living is a gift from God, and we remain grateful to Medica Mondiale for all its support. God bless you.